Hey guys, myself Sandeep Kumar Reddy from Ingenious Competitive Training Academy. Today we'll be discussing about Muhammad of Gaur. So we should know what exactly the Muhammad of Gaur. Maximum questions will be asked in various examinations. Please go through whatever the slides have been given in it. Initially we have the Muhammad of Gaur, as you can see to the right how exactly he looks like. The main reason of invasion over India by Gauri is to rule over the coastal areas of India and to spread Islam. His main motto is to spread the Islam as well as to invade over the coastal areas where you can get maximum source of income. As you can see, he is also known as Shahabuddin Muhammad and Mamzuddin Muhammad. These are the two names what has been called. First invasion over India took place at Multan. We have to remember in India where he had invaded, that is initial place, you have to remember, that is Multan, which is located in the Pakistan region. So this invasion has been taken place in 1175 and he had succeeded. Muhammad Ghori born Shahibuddin, that is 1149, in the year 1149, but we don't know exactly the date, so that is the reason it has been given like this, in 1149 up to 15 March 1206. Also known as Muhammad of Gaur, was Sultan of the Ghurid Empire. We should remember their empire was Ghurid Empire. In 1172, the two brothers invaded Ghazni and defeated the Oghuz Turks who had captured the city from the Ghaznavids. We have to remember that in 1172 the two brothers invaded Ghazni and defeated the Oghuz Turks who had captured the city from the Ghaznavids. In 1175 the Battle of Mount Abu. We should remember the Mount Abu is located in Rajasthan, and the Battle of Mount Abu, Ghori was defeated by Bhima II. Initially Bhima II, who belongs to Gujarat, had defeated in the Battle of Mount Abu, but the same time with the help of Qutbuddin Aibak, the Ghori had taken the revenge and won in it. So we should remember that Qutbuddin Aibak was the Senapati of Ghori Muhammad and he belongs to the slave dynasty who had formed it later. I request you guys to check playlist where you will find near about 800 plus question papers for various examinations. Next, Ghori fought against the Prithviraj Chauhan. We should remember the battles of Terrain 1 and 2 has taken place. The Battle of 1 in 1191 has taken place. In that battle, Ghori lost, but in the same next year, the Battle of Terrain 2 has taken place. In that, the Ghori had won over the Prithviraj Chauhan. So we should remember initially Prithviraj Chauhan won and later he was defeated by Muhammad Ghori in the Battle of Terrain 2. For the reason of having the fight is to take over the region of Tabarhind, which is also known as, it's near to Bathinda. So that reason he wants to occupy, but initially was failed and later he was succeeded. In the Battle of Chandavar, Ghori had a clash with the king Jayachandra of Kannauj and won over him in 1194. Again in the Battle of Chandavar, the reason of fighting over the Jayachandra was to occupy the Kannauj. That battle was Battle of Chandavar. So we should remember Ghori was fought with the Jayachandra and occupied Kannauj. In this Chandavar battle, maximum arrows were used by the Ghori Muhammad. So, and he had succeeded in winning over Jayachandra in 1194 AD. He handed over all the regions to Qutbuddin Aibak and went to foreign. So during that time, whatever the empire had been occupied, it has been handed over to Qutbuddin Aibak, who was a Senapati and started traveling to abroad. During that time, while traveling abroad near Punjab in 1206, got killed by Bokkar tribe. We should remember he had been killed by Bokkar tribe near the area of Punjab. Thus resulted the Qutbuddin Aibak have taken over the empire and became the emperor of all whatever the places have been handed over by Muhammad Ghori, and made Delhi as the capital and started ruling. From there onwards, Qutbuddin Aibak followed by Iltutmish and Raja Sultana had come into the force. So that will be discussed in the later slides. So here the court poet Hasan Nizami and Fakh-e Mudabbir, these two were present during the time of Qutbuddin Aibak. Please remember, as you can see, Qutbuddin Aibak was the slave dynasty founder, where Hasan Nizami and Fakh-e Mudabbir, these two were present during the time of Qutbuddin Aibak. And saint during the time of Muhammad Ghori who had visited was Sheikh Moinuddin Chishti. Please remember one of the important question, it will be asked in various examinations. The saint who had visited during the time of Ghori Muhammad, that was Sheikh Moinuddin Chishti. And the ruler who minted the coins of the symbol of Shiva's bull and Lakshmi on them, that is Ghori Muhammad had minted on the coins with the symbol of Shiva's bull as well as Lakshmi. So these are the few important questions I have compiled, and you can call me on 7667302252 if you required 2100 PDF of GK and GS, which will be very helpful in preparing for all competitive examinations. It's a free of cost. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a great life.